Guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Matt. This is Prime Analog Records. I would have had my normal setup here, but something's going haywire with my microphone and my mixing board and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I didn't want to, hold up the production line. I've got several different things, cooking things that are going on. One of which, if you stay tuned, I've got an amazing bruschetta. Yes, it's not bruschetta, it's bruschetta recipe that I've already pre-recorded, and I'm going to inject into this video. But also, I'm going to show you my Beatles collection. I know it's not much. I just wanted to. It's kind of like making a record of what I have. But I don't know what are really great pressings. I don't know. They all sound pretty good to me. But the first one I have, and I don't know if it's an original press, but it's Let It Be. I remember hearing this when I was probably about 8 years old at camp. And my counselor had just gotten it, and he was losing his mind. He played it nonstop all the time. I don't know if you guys can tell anything by the label. I'm gonna pull it out real quick, show you. That's what the label looks like. And that's the other side of the label there. So I don't know the value. I don't know any of that stuff. I just know it. I mean, it sounds pretty good, but it doesn't sound as good as the next one I'm going to show you. The next one I'm going to show you is, this is the Giles Martin remix. And this one sounds great. I mean, it really does. It sounds amazing. And I've enjoyed this to death. I've got some really good input from some of the people in the vinyl community to get that one. Another one, Rob from Northern Revolutions actually told me to get this one. There's this edition of Beatles ones, and actually this is great sounding. It sounds amazing. The artwork in here is really beautiful. They did a great job with all this. So that's that. Okay, now I've got the Beatles White Album. That is a Mobile Fidelity original master recording. This actually had to be done by from the original master tapes, because they didn't have digital at all back then when they first made this. So that one sounds great. This one sounds great too. This is Abbey Road, and it's the original master recording also. And I've enjoyed this one immensely. The only original master recording that I think that I like that's better than this, that sounds better than this, is a Pink Floyd. It's the Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon that I have. So that's that. All right, I have Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. This is kind of rough, but I don't know what the deal is. I don't know what the difference is. I mean, this is the Capitol label that it came on. And I don't know if this is an original press or if it's a repress or what. You guys out there are so knowledgeable about Beatles stuff. I guarantee you guys can tell and see what I don't know. And I never profess to be any kind of a Beatles expert. I enjoy listening to them sometimes, but and then I have another one here that's much cleaner in condition. But it's the label's totally different. It's a totally different label, and I don't know what the difference is. I don't know why. It's on the Capitol label. You guys leave some comments down in the comments. Leave some information down there and let me know what I've got or what I don't have, and if it's worth anything. I also have Hey Jude, and this actually looks pretty old. It's actually this is really nice too. It sounds actually really good, but I think this is pretty old. And here's the label. That's side 1, and here's side 2. And of course, when I got these at thrift stores and stuff like that over the years. Of course, I ultrasonically clean them. That's why they look so clean. But and then my last one is a UK press of Revolver, and it's in great condition. I don't know why, but it's almost impossible to find these in this kind of condition. Yeah, and you tell me, what you know about this. But it's in great condition. It sounds amazing, and actually, Revolver. The reason why I left it to the end is not necessarily that it's older. It's actually that I like it better. That's my favorite. It's my favorite Beatles album, and I've listened to all of these, but there's a whole bunch of Beatles albums that I don't have, and I've never had an opportunity to have or get. So anyway, that's my Beatles collection, and if you stay tuned, watch my step-by-step process to making bruschetta, and you will wow your wives. I figure most people who watch this are guys. So, but it's very simple, and it's very easy, and it's very traditional the way I do it, and it's amazing. So, I hope you stay tuned to the very end of it. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Hey guys. All right, today what we're going to do is we're going to do my bruschetta, not bruschetta. It's bruschetta, and that's the way you pronounce it. Ask my daughter, because she has been taught that her whole life, and I frown on waiters that call it bruschetta. All right, so anyway, here it's very simple to make, and this is going to be the authentic way. First thing, bread. Your bread is very important. The kind of bread that you use, it should be maybe a day old, so it's stout. And this is really good Italian bread. You can see the grains on it and everything like that. What you want to do is you want to cut it in a way, bread knife, and you want to cut it in about an inch thick, each one. If you don't, what ends up happening is it's too thin, you don't get the taste, and that's why you want to start out with a really good bread. All right, for the sake of time, let's say I've cut up all the bread. I did half this loaf, but I'm gonna make 5, and that's what a serving size would be normally. But what I'm doing is I'm toasting these medallions. This crostini is what we call it. And you put it in a dry pan, and do not put any olive oil or anything else like that on it. It doesn't need that. So while that's toasting, I'm going to. I've already pre-done some of the tomatoes, and actually have this beautiful yellow tomato that right here, and it's really beautiful. It's blood red inside, but right here it's yellow. And then I have Roma tomatoes that I've used here. And then we've got garlic. And what we're going to do with the garlic is not what you think. All right, while the crostini is finishing, what we need to do is, now that we've got everything in here, we need to mix it all up. And there's no other way to really mix it properly other than your fingers. So don't worry about that. We want it to be very, very well mixed. And look at all of it sticks to my hand. Of course. You want to leave this in the refrigerator for a little bit, not just so some of the juices can come out. You see all the juice there. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a lot of juice there. And you want to pour some of that off, if not most of it, because you'll have soggy bruschetta, and it's not good. Pour that off. Now is the time that we get to assemble. While the crostini is toasted and it's warm, what you want to do is bring it over here. Bring it over. What we're going to do is we're going to take each piece and we're going to scrub some of this fresh raw garlic on it. like this, and it acts like sandpaper, so it picks up just the right amount. You do this on each one of them. Front and back, top and bottom, I mean. I've seen people do this, and what I've seen them do, I've seen them chop up the garlic and put it in there, into it, and it's not traditional, number one, and number two, it's too strong, especially because it's raw. So you don't want to do that. So what you want to do is assemble. What we're going to do now, we're going to move this, and we're going to start to assemble our bruschetta. Okay, what we'll do, some of the small ones outside like this. And remember, how you set it up is probably the way it's going to be finished. All right, so now what we want to do is put a dollop of this on each one. And it's not a problem if it falls off, or some falls off on the sides, because that's just more yumminess to get after for your guests. It really is beautiful looking, especially with that yellow, with the addition of that yellow tomato. A little bit more right there. All right, so there's that. Okay, now what I do is I hit a little pepper, and then just these stalks. It's not normal or not usual, but it doesn't matter because I don't have to do things the usual way. But I get my Parmigiana Reggiano and give it a slight dusting on there, like this. And there you have it. There's your bruschetta. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Appreciate all your support. Oh, also, I forgot. I drizzle with olive oil too. A good drizzle right there. That's extra virgin olive oil from Italy. So I don't play. We're gonna do something. We're gonna do it right. All right, guys. Proof is in the eating. Buonissimo. You can't beat natural ingredients. You can't put you can't put, you know, canned tomatoes on this. You can't use fake Parmesan cheese. You can't use herbs that aren't real and aren't fresh and get this kind of flavor. Nothing like it. It's like being transported back into Tuscany.